Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling God Smith, and you guys are watching All in Wrestling. Okay, the purpose of this video, like I said, I'm gonna do my own. I haven't got a chance to do it, but unlike the other wrestling YouTubers out there, no respect, no offense. I think I know what's gonna happen in WrestleMania. I'll make 5 predictions. It's gonna be relatively quick predictions. One, Kofi is gonna get he is going to become WWE champion. Why? Because the fact is, Daniel Bryan has had that title for so long, and he's only kept the title because of the fact that he doesn't think anybody's really worthy competition. Meaning AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, or Samoa Joe. That's the only reason I think he's gonna. I really think I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna give it five. I'm gonna give it five wrestling. I'm gonna give it like 5 wrestling points. Why five? Because of the fact of I think Kofi is going to take the title. The reason why I think it's going to happen is because Kofi has been doing this 11 years. And you know what? He proved in the Gauntlet match. He's proved in the WrestleMania the week after, the week before like 4 or 5 weeks ago. He proved that he deserved a title shot and he deserves that title because most people like Kofi Kingston, most people like Randy Orton, AJ Styles, John Cena, just to name a few people who have won the World Heavyweight Championship. Batista, Triple H, all these dudes, Goldberg, and you know what? Kofi's the one guy out of all the one apple on the tree that hasn't won the title. Not even Big E. And you know what? What could have really? And you know what? It's time for Kofi to be WWE champion. I think he's gonna win. I think the only way Daniel Bryan is going to retain is because of shenanigans, or the fact that Rowan is gonna get involved somehow, and probably it won't. It'll probably be he'll probably win the title by disqualification. But Triple H wouldn't let that happen because it's a big match. The second prediction. Can't believe we're talking about this match, but I think Triple H is gonna beat Batista. Because this match with Batista and Triple H, this is not really it's not a career versus career match because Batista could come to the WWE and get signed, and it wouldn't really make a difference because he's been doing this for about almost 15, 20 years now, like almost 5 or 6 years. And I think him going against Triple H is kind of a dumb move in the first place because Triple H has beaten a lot of people, and I think the reason why when Triple H was younger and he was about like 20, 26, 27, and Batista was this new, like, this untapped potential, this newbie that was an untapped potential, and he brought him into Evolution. He was just this dude, this beefy dude, and now that, and he's gonna say, oh, he's living, and I think Batista's living in a fantasy world and living behind his glory days as Evolution, as a singles competitor, being the World Heavyweight Champion, being WWE Champion, being all these other things, and being World Tag Team Champions with Ric Flair and Evolution. And I think him remembering him stuff from the Ruthless Aggression era was the fact that he thinks I think he's gonna be better than Triple H, and he said, "Oh, you've never beaten me," but he's beaten him. He's beaten him many of times. See, and I think Triple H is really gonna beat him, and I think that's why they're doing the no holds bar match, and it's a whole harmless agreement. Because the fact is, Triple H doesn't care what he has to do to win, and that's what it's all about. That's my second prediction. I think Triple H is gonna win. I'm gonna give that like 2 confidence points because we don't know what can happen, and the reason why I'm giving this match the two wrestling points is because of the fact that it's a dumb match. It's kind of like a squash match. It's like a dark match. It's pretty much like it's a what if match. And Triple H is really only doing it because of Ric Flair. Because Ric Flair got beat up by Batista and got assaulted and almost bled to death and almost got beat to the inch of his life. That's the only reason. And three, the third match I'm going to talk about, which is in WrestleMania, is the Dean. I don't really get to talk about it, but the Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley. And I believe Finn is gonna take this one because Bobby Lashley is kind of like he's got a story, he's got a rivalry with Finn, but it's not really hot right now. It's kind of like lukewarm, like underwhelming really. I think Finn's gonna beat him because Bobby Lashley has never beaten Finn Balor or never really beat him. And he's beaten him for the title like one time and Finn won the title back. And the thing is like it would make a lot of sense to put him in a rivalry because Bobby Lashley thinks that Finn Balor is not a problem. And he is, and that's why I think he's gonna win. I'm gonna give this one wrestling point. Why? Because I think this feud is really boring. I think it's done. I think this feud is dead. I think the Intercontinental title should be on the line. That's one I really think that should happen. I think it should be a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title on WrestleMania, meaning with Jinder, with Finn, with Bobby, and even with Leo Rush, and I think that he deserves it. The third prediction that's the third. The fourth prediction I'm gonna make is the fourth prediction I'm gonna make is the Cruiserweight Champion title trip. The Cruiserweight Champion title match that I didn't really get to talk about. I think Tony Nese is gonna take this. So I'm gonna give this 6 confidence points or 6 wrestling points. Why? Or 6 thumbs up. Why? Because I think Tony Nese is gonna beat Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy, I like his heel persona, but he thinks he's unbeatable. And Tony Nese is kind of showing us these last couple of weeks, these last couple of months, that he's on a different level now than he was before. Now that because Drake Maverick kind of told him to get serious, not to be a goofy guy, not just to be this premier athlete, this muscle-headed dude. And now that he's on a different level, he beat Drew Gulak, he beat Cedric Alexander, he beat Oney Lorcan, he beat guys that are basically at his level. And even Mike Canales. And I think with Tony Nese being the new Cruiserweight Champion, that'll bring more people from NXT that want to be in the Cruiserweight division on SmackDown. Because there are a lot. And you know what? And like I said, not to give any disrespect to all the other competitors, like Oney Lorcan, meaning him, Oney Lorcan or Danny, like basically Danny Burch, like the two guys. And Oney Lorcan is big. He's fast. He is powerful. He is everything. And I think they're building him up for something. I think they're building him up for a match with Tony Nese. I think they're building him to be the next Cruiserweight Championship around Money in the Bank. That's why I think it's gonna happen. That's what I think is going to be something. I think it's gonna be something that it's never been done, but that'll give the cruiserweights more reputation, because I feel as though, and I don't really get to talk about this. I feel that people who are in 205 Live that need to push, especially Mr. Mike the Miracle Bennett or Canales now. I don't hate him. I just don't like his gimmick. I don't like him as a wrestler, because the thing is he just complains. He whines so much on 205 Live. Why the freak is he even on there? Because I feel like he doesn't have a storyline with anyone. It's 90% heels on 205 Live. At least I give it. Jack Gallagher could get some. Brian Kendrick, a couple other dudes. Lucha House Party, Kalisto. That would be fine. Because it should have been that from the beginning. I get that Mike Kanellis is this big dude, but he's really not that. He doesn't have a lot. He has a lot of for sucking because he sucks. And like I said with the Tony Nese, and I think Tony Nese is going to show the world at WrestleMania that he can do it. I feel bad that it's on the pre-show. I actually do feel bad about that. I think it should be on a main card, at least another main event, because that is a good title. The fifth prediction, I'm going to make 6 predictions actually. The fifth prediction is the tag team title match for both brands. I think, and I believe this. I believe that Sanity. And I'm gonna be honest. I think Ricochet and Aleister Black are gonna be tag team. They're gonna be NXT tag team champions, and they're gonna be SmackDown tag team champions. I believe that because you know why? Because they're not like every other tag team out there. Their styles are so unique and so different that the Usos couldn't even the Usos can't beat them. Not even the Bar and the Bar's tag team chemistry is off are unparalleled. That's how I feel about it. I kind of feel like that's gonna happen, and I think in this, and I'm actually I'm gonna speak more about it. I'm not gonna take so long about it, but here's what I'm not overthinking this. I think Ricochet is they're gonna beat War Raiders because the idea Undisputed Era wants a title shot, but they're gonna do it once Ricochet and Aleister Black beat the War Raiders. That's their competition. If they get the War Raiders out, that means they can formulate. They can figure. Oh, let's take out Aleister Black and Ricochet. Let's take them out. Let's take them out, get rid of them, and deal with War Raiders. And that's what we're going to do. See, and this is what I kind of feel with that, too. Because they're going to be that good. Because they could be singles competitors on SmackDown and get equal titles. Like, Ricochet could be U.S. champion. Aleister could be World Heavyweight champion. So they would still become champions. Or he'd be on Raw. He would be the SmackDown Tag Team champion and the Universal Champion at that point. Because that's something Seth and Alistair never met, but it would be a good dream match and it would be a good test. It would be a good kind of like testing ground to see if the fans would pop for that. And the sixth prediction I'm gonna make is the match that everybody's been talking about, which is really hot, just like the Kofi and Daniel Bryan, the Seth and Brock Lesnar match. I can't wait. I like I said, I can't wait for this match to happen. Why? Because the fact that Seth and Brock are this rivalry is at a boiling point. And it should have and this is what should have happened. Not that I'm not angry about it. See, now that should have been a winners take all thing. Because if Kofi would have won, that means he could have went to Raw, got the Universal title from Seth. He would have been a double champion. He would have been an undisputed champion. And that's what they're doing with the women's division, which I like. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But the Seth, like I said, Seth is going to beat Brock because the only way Brock is going to win, and everybody forgets that Brock is actually human. The dude is not unbeatable. He's not. Because so many people have tried, and that's the thing. Kurt Angle has tried. Goldberg is actually the only guy, I believe, the only dude who's beaten Brock Lesnar again, repeatedly, again. And Seth is gonna be that guy. Seth is gonna do everything. He'll do it's gonna probably take 5 curb stomps, 5 pedigrees, 5 knees, 5 dive frog splashes, 5 buckle bombs, 5 school like the super kick, everything he can think of to beat him. And it's not like he said. It's not. It may be impossible, but it's not improbable. I mean, it's not improbable, but it's maybe improbable, but it's not impossible. That's what I mean. I don't hate the guy. I really don't. Like I said, Like I said, and that's what I'm gonna. Like I said, I think Brock is gonna lose the title. It's finally time. It is. We've been waiting for 2 years to get this dude to drop this title, and Seth is the guy to do it. I'm sorry. I think he is the guy to do it. I'm sorry. And you know what? And the seventh prediction I'm gonna make is, like I said, I think the women's take all match is dumb. I think it's really stupid. I'm gonna give this one 0 points, zero thumbs up, because you know why? Because we don't. That's the thing. We don't know what can happen. Ronda is not gonna tap out the Becky. Becky is not gonna tap out the Charlotte. Charlotte's not gonna tap out the Ronda. It's just not gonna work. Because the thing is, the only way, and I mean this, and I'm being honest, the only way Becky is gonna get like actually win is if out of nowhere Charlotte spears the crap out of Ronda and she keeps spearing about 5 to 6 times to beat her, and that's the only way because Ronda's not gonna do it. I saw it on Raw. It could have like that's what I don't understand. Why would you make it a women's title match with a women take all? It doesn't work because you have to think about it. She's on Raw. She could go to SmackDown and be women's champion. What's the point of doing that? That destroys the women division on both of the brands because of the fact they need those titles to actually make sense. Let's think about this for a minute. There's 5 women who want those titles, probably both of them. And Asuka's probably the first one going to be on the list to get a title shot. And then it's going to be Naomi and Carmella and Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. All these guys, all these women who want these titles. And that's the point. They don't actually think about what's going to happen. They never do. Like I said, guys, these are my predictions. And this is how I think it's going to go down. Because like I said, this is not the Attitude Era where one person can be a double champion. And the women's title, it should have happened it should have happened last year when they introduced, or they should have did this around Elimination Chamber when they introduced the first women's tag team titles. That should have happened around that time or around Royal Rumble. It could have happened, but it didn't because they thought maybe I can, and maybe Stephanie is thinking about this. I can get Ronda, I can get Charlotte, I can get Becky, and they can settle this and get these titles. One person is going to be the most dominant female in both brands. It's not working. It's never going to work because that's the thing. The only way somebody's gonna win that title, or the only way, and I bet you, if I was booking this match, I would like, listen, whoever wins the Raw Tag Team title, whoever wins the SmackDown, we will do this. We will do an undisputed women's titles match at Money in the Bank. That should have been the announcement she should have had. Not making a women's take all match because it doesn't make any sense. Why don't you just make it a battle royale so everybody can have a chance? But I get it. I get the idea. I understand it. No, I get it. I get it. Because two things in life, they are sitting here and they're sitting here kicking these guys through the teeth. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't lie about it. Like I said, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it because, like I said, I'm not making this a rant video. I don't like it because this is so this is here's what I feel about this. And you guys can quote me, you guys can hate me on this. I feel like this is not necessary. What's the point of having a brand split if you're just gonna unify both the bloody titles? They should have did that with the Universal and the World Heavyweight title then. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. I don't like this. I don't like it. I can't stand it. Because they don't. It's like the WWE is going to screw everyone on that women's title match. Because they're going to make Becky seem like she's the biggest woman on campus. And she's not. That's my point. She could have had the title. But she freaking lost her fucking mind trying to be the man. This man stick. It doesn't work. That was like her being, it's like trying to do a WCW moment and Hogan was trying to be that guy. And then when Goldberg came in and took the belt and won both the titles, then they had to get mad and try to get rid of Goldberg's streak and they screwed him. They're doing the same thing to Ronda by making her do this dumb match. It's the first ever, so I like the headline. I do. I love it. But we shouldn't be doing this. They don't even know what to do. Like I said, they don't know what they want to do. And this is what I mean. It doesn't work. Because they can't. This is what I mean. This is why I'm like, I've been sitting here thinking about how am I going to do this. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to make this a rant video about this women's title match. But all in all, WrestleMania is going to be a good card. That's the point. I'm ready for NXT TakeOver tonight, and I'm ready for WrestleMania this Sunday. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted because this should have never been a problem. This should have never been like Semi Man. Like this is what I hate about the WWE, right? They will try to do everything in their power, and I mean everything, to do anything to make money, to get a price off of them, and that's what I mean. That's what makes me sick. That's what brings me to this point. I hate the fact they're trying to play this game like it's a freaking game, and it's not. I don't like it, bro. I don't like how this junk goes. I don't like how it plays itself, because it's all it is. It's okay, and this is what I mean. I don't hate it. I haven't done a rant in a while, but like I said, that women's title, we don't know where it's going to go. The question I need to know is, what are they going to do for Money in the Bank? When is that going to happen? So they do a women's Money in the Bank and Asuka wins the bitch. She's going to take both. She's going to cash it on the same night and bring it to SmackDown, which means both those titles could be defended on Raw or either SmackDown. So if she goes on SmackDown, defends both the titles, she's gonna be the first ever. Who could be the first ever women undisputed? There's gonna be an undisputed women's champion. There should have been an undisputed champion now. How we don't have that? Oh, wait a minute, because one guy wants to defend the title, the other guy's holding the company hostage. But anyway, guys, like and comment on this video. Peace.